Welcome. What you're about to experience is not a standard product training. This is a deep dive into one of the most thoughtfully formulated botanical skincare collections available to professional estheticians in the United States today. The Botanical Veil Collection was born from a very specific frustration, the realization that sensitive, reactive, and breakout-prone skin was being chronically underserved by the professional market, either treated too aggressively or given formulas so diluted they barely performed. We built something different. Let's talk about what that means. Every esthetician knows these two clients intimately. Profile A walks into your treatment room and tells you their skin reacts to everything. It's tight, it's dry, it flushes easily, and they've stopped trusting new products because every new thing they try makes it worse. Profile B comes in frustrated, congested, breaking out, and paradoxically dehydrated at the same time. Their skin looks oily but feels stripped. Both of these clients have been failed by the market. The Botanical Veil Collection was built specifically for them, with one protocol, two home care rituals, and one uncompromising philosophy. You never have to choose between performance and comfort. Blue Tansy provides chamazoline, an antioxidant azulene compound formed during steam distillation that helps visibly calm, reactive-looking skin. Ectoin is an extremolite that supports hydration and protection against environmental stress. Centella asiatica contains asiaticoside, madicasoside, asiatic acid, and madicasic acid, four triterpenes known for supporting barrier integrity and visible skin recovery. Chukma, Yangu, Yucuba, three extraordinary botanical butters and oils, each from a completely different part of the world, each with a story of centuries of use before cosmetic science ever heard of them. Tukuma butter from the Amazon has this remarkable ability to enhance the penetration of surrounding actives into the skin surface. It's not just nourishing the skin, it's essentially opening the door for everything else in the formula to perform better. Young oil from sub-Saharan Africa contains petroselenic acid, a C18 fatty acid that is extraordinarily rare, fast absorbing, and helps visibly reduce the appearance of transepidermal water loss. Ukuba's trimyristin content is something very few people in the industry talk about, a rare triglyceride that gives the skin this extraordinary smooth, even-looking surface appearance. These are not ingredients you find in mainstream professional skincare. They are here because we went looking for what actually works. Andiroba babasu and Copaiba form the Amazonian foundation of this formula. Andiroba provides limonoids including guanidine and andirobin that help support clearer looking, more balanced skin. Babasu contributes lightweight lauric acid rich hydration without heaviness. Copaiba delivers beta-caryophyllene, a sesquiterpene valued for its ability to help calm and rebalance stressed-looking skin. Together, they create a clarifying, balancing, and comforting botanical system for oily and breakout-prone skin. Plum seed oil provides amygdalin and a rich tocopherol profile, making it a valuable ingredient for antioxidant support and visible radiance. Champaka flower oil contains naturally occurring linalool and methyl-eugenol, compounds known for their skin-comforting properties and distinctive aromatic profile. Lychee oil is rich in OPC polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that help protect skin from environmental stress while supporting a brighter-looking complexion. Bisabolol is quietly one of the most important ingredients in this collection because of what it allows everything else to do. When you are formulating for sensitive skin, you need an active that creates a comfort envelope around the more aggressive active, something that says to the skin you are safe, this is gentle, you can receive what's gentle, you can receive what's coming. Bisabolol does that. It's been used since the Middle Ages because it works. Tamanu I describe as irreplaceable, and I mean that literally. There is no substitute for calophilic acid in cosmetic science because it exists in only one place on Earth, the Tamanu tree. No other botanical, no synthetic equivalent, nothing. The combination of calophilic acid, calophyllolide, and the enophyllum B and pyranocoumarins creates a visible skin performance profile that is absolutely unique to this oil. Sacred in Polynesia. sacred in Madagascar, and once you understand what's in it, you understand why. Azelaic acid and niacinamide together are what I call the precision instruments of the breakout-prone skin protocol. Azelaic acid is fascinating because it occurs naturally. It's produced by Malassezia furfu, a yeast that lives on human skin. It's not a foreign chemical intervention. It's amplifying something the skin already knows. Combined with niacinamide's ability to inhibit melanism transfer, which is the actual mechanism behind how post-blemish marks form, you have a system that addresses both the visible congestion and the visible discoloration it leaves behind. And Spongilla spicules, I want every esthetician in this room to understand why this matters. These microscopic silica biomicroneedles don't just exfoliate. They create temporary micropathways that allow every brightening and corrective active in the cardamom and jasmine mask to perform at a level that would be impossible with topical application alone. This is the technology that separates a truly advanced professional treatment mask from everything else on the market. The cleanser is where every professional protocol lives or dies, not because the cleanser is the most glamorous step, it isn't, but because what happens to the skin in those 60 seconds of contact determines everything that follows. A cleanser that strips leaves the barrier compromised before you've applied a single active. A cleanser that nourishes while it cleans, that's a protocol step, not just preparation. Step 2 of the protocol is where the visible transformation begins. Before we can ask skin to receive corrective actives, we need to create an optimal surface, clear, receptive, balanced. The Antiroba and Tamanu exfoliating mask scrub does this through one of the most intelligent dual phase mechanisms I have encountered in professional skincare. What I want estheticians to understand about this step is what it is setting up for the next step. The visible performance of the cardamom and jasmine spicule mask is significantly enhanced by the quality of the surface preparation that precedes it. When the skin surface is cleared of accumulated dead cells through enzymatic and mechanical exfoliation, the spongilla spicules in the next mask can create their micropathways in fresh receptive skin, maximizing the delivery of every brightening and corrective active that follows. The Antiroba and Tamanu mask is not just step 2, it is the reason step 3 performs the way it does. Cardamom and jasmine spicule mask Aintorama step 3 is the most technically sophisticated treatment step in the Botanical Veil Collection, and it is also, and these two things are rarely true simultaneously, the most sensorial. The moment you open this mask in the treatment room, something shifts. Spongilla spicules are biomicroneedles that create temporary surface micropathways, helping kojic acid, resveratrol, and ferulic acid perform more effectively. Jasmine flower oil adds sensory elegance, while cardamom provides one, aids cineol to refresh dull, congested-looking skin. Cardamom and jasmine mask actives. The brightening system in this mask is a masterclass in synergistic formulation. Kojic acid, derived from Aspergillus fungi fermentation, targets tyrosinase at the skin surface. Resveratrol, the stilbene polyphenol from red grape skin, neutralizes the free radical activity that drives visible discoloration. And ferulic acid doesn't just add its own antioxidant contribution, it amplifies and stabilizes everything resveratrol and kojic acid are doing. These three together perform at a level that none of them achieves alone. And then there's the triple comfort system, fermented perillus rosmarinic acid, Centella Asiatica, and bisabolol, ensuring that this advanced treatment remains genuinely appropriate for even the most sensitive feeling skin. Most advanced professional masks choose between performance and comfort. This one refuses to. The protocol instruction here is critical and counterintuitive, and I want every esthetician to understand why. The cardamom and jasmine spicular mask is massaged into the skin until absorbed. It is not removed, it stays on the skin, because what happens next is the layered synergy that makes this protocol genuinely extraordinary. When the golden champaka mask is applied on top, you have the spiculum mask's micropathway still open, still active, receiving the champaka mask's nourishing Amazonian butter complex through those microchannels at enhanced depth. 2 masks, 15 minutes of red LED light therapy. The combination of red light's wavelength with the active brightening system of the spicule mask and the barrier nourishing depth of the champaka mask creates a synergistic treatment window that cannot be replicated by either mask alone. And then there's the scent, jasmine and cardamom together. This is where I want you to pay attention. Research in aromatherapy consistently shows that jasmine compounds, particularly benzyl acetate, have measurable effects on the nervous system, reducing anxiety, promoting alertness, creating a state of calm focus. Cardamom adds warmth and grounding. For 15 minutes, your client is lying under red LED light, receiving one of the most advanced botanical treatment protocols available, and their nervous system is being gently, genuinely soothed by 2 of the most historically significant aromatic botanicals in the world. That is not incidental, that is intentional. Golden Kampa Comfort Mask Intro Step 4 is where the facial becomes a ceremony, and I use that word deliberately because what happens in the 15 minutes that this mask is on the skin under red LED light is something that goes beyond skin core. It is an experience, and it is what clients come back for. Golden Kampaka Ford Mask Detal Will Detal Champaka Flower Oil Michelia alba. Sacred across India, China, and Southeast Asia for centuries. This is an oil that appears in ancient Ayurvedic texts, in Chinese imperial beauty rituals, in the ceremonial traditions of Southeast Asian cultures. Its linalool and methyl eugenol content create that extraordinary warm, honey, deeply floral aroma that is unlike anything else in professional skincare. But here's what I want you to know about champaka that goes beyond the skin. Linalool is a compound that research has associated with measurable reductions in autonomic nervous system arousal. When your clients breathe this in for 15 minutes under red LED light, something neurologically significant is happening. The parasympathetic nervous system is being engaged. The stress response is being dialed down. Cortisol, which has a direct visible impact on skin quality, is being managed at the physiological level through the act of simply inhaling this extraordinary flower. And the Amazonian butter complex underneath all of this, Murumuru Kupuaku Bakuri, is delivering the deepest visible nourishment that any mask in this collection provides. Frankincense from North Africa, traded for 5,000 years. Atlas cedar from Morocco's own mountains. Cardamom from the Silk Road. This is a mask that carries the botanical history of 4 continents in a single formula. I want to spend a moment on these 3 butters individually because each one is extraordinary in its own right, and together they create something that no single ingredient can replicate. Murumuru butter, cold pressed from the seeds of the Astrocarium palm, deep in the Brazilian Amazon. I want you to think about what lauric and myristic fatty acids actually do at the skin surface. They don't sit on top. They penetrate the lipid layer of the skin rapidly, moving into the spaces between cells and filling them with the kind of nourishment that visibly plumps dry, depleted-looking skin almost immediately. Murumuru's oleic acid then delivers a secondary layer of visible luminosity, addressing the dullness that comes from moisture-depleted skin. This butter has a melting point very close to skin temperature, which is why it transforms so beautifully on contact. It goes from a solid to a silky veil in seconds. That is not an accident. That is a botanical that evolved in the Amazon to be perfectly compatible with living skin. Kupaku from Theobroma grandiflorum, and yes, Theobroma means food of the gods. This is a close relative of the cacao tree, revered across the Amazon basin for generations. Its moisture binding capacity is among the highest of any botanical butter known to cosmetic science. When we say it holds moisture at the skin surface, we are not speaking loosely. We are referring to a measurable, documented capacity to bind water molecules at the skin surface at a rate that most synthetic humectants struggle to match. These phytosterols, particularly beta-cytosterol, help visibly address sensitized and redness-prone looking skin. Its polyphenol content neutralizes free radical activity at the surface. This is not a moisturizing ingredient, it is a treatment ingredient that happens to come in butter form. And bakuri from the rare Platonia insignis tree, harvested from the Brazilian Amazon, where indigenous communities have revered this fruit for centuries. Its tocotrienols are a particularly potent and bioavailable form of vitamin E, more powerful at neutralizing certain forms of oxidative stress than standard tofferols. And its amino acid derivatives, these are what help visibly address the fatigued, dull-looking skin appearance that comes from stressed, barrier-compromised skin. When you apply this mask and clients tell you their skin looks alive again, this is part of the reason why. The champaka mask goes on top of the spicular mask, still on the skin, still working. The micropathways created by the spongilla spicules are still open, and the Amazonian butter complex is being delivered through those channels at a depth that standard topical application cannot reach. Then the red LED light at 630 to 660 nanometers amplifies everything beneath it. The brightening system of the spicule mask, the nourishing depth of the butter complex, the visible calming intelligence of bisabolol, Tamanu, and Copaiba. For 15 minutes, your client is breathing champaka, frankincense, atlas seed, and cardamom, four of the most historically significant aromatic botanicals in human civilization, while two masks work in layered synergy beneath LED light. Clients feel the difference between a facial and a ceremony, and they come back for the ceremony. Lychee Bloom Radiance Elopicocoti. When clients ask me what the Lychee Bloom Radiance Elixir is, I tell them it is what happens when a formulator refuses to stop at 5 ingredients. This is a formula built from over 20 distinct botanical oils, butters, and extracts, sourced from 5 continents, spanning 4,000 years of botanical beauty tradition, every single one earning its place through demonstrated Vince performance. Nothing decorative, everything functional. Lychee seed oil. 2,000 years. Chinese imperial beauty culture prized the lychee fruit, the most luxurious fruit in the imperial court, not just as food but as a beauty ingredient. Its opposite polyphenols, oligomeric proanthocyanidins, are among the most potent antioxidant compounds available in botanical cosmetic science. These are the compounds that help neutralize the free radical cascade that drives visible dullness, uneven tone, and the tired-looking appearance that clients describe when they say their skin has lost its glow. This oil is the brightening anchor of the entire formula. Dragon fruit extract from the extraordinary Hylocereus undatus cactus betaceanens. Nitrogen-containing antioxidant pigments found in very few botanical sources in the world. When I say very few, I mean genuinely rare. These specific pigment compounds exist in a handful of plants globally, and dragon fruit is one of them. They neutralize free radical activity at the skin surface with a specificity and potency that makes them extraordinarily valuable in a radiance-focused formula. Piqui fruit oil from the sacred piqui tree of the Brazilian Cerrado, an ecosystem that indigenous communities have protected and revered for generations. One of the most carotenoid-rich botanical oils available to cosmetic science. Its beta-carotene content is what gives this formula its distinctive warm golden quality, visually and functionally. Carotenoids don't just visually warm the skin tone, they support the visible appearance of a luminously healthy complexion at the cellular surface level. Tamanu, the irreplaceable green gold. Mongongo from sub-Saharan Africa. Pracaxi from the Amazon. Murichi, one of the rarest actives in our entire collection. Tiger nut oil used in ancient Egyptian cosmetic preparations. Copaiba resin from the wild Amazon. Dessert date from the Saharan borderlands. 20 botanicals, 1 serum, 0 heaviness, immediate visible luminosity. Mongongo oil is rich in allosteric acid, a rare conjugated fatty acid that helps support dry, depleted skin through enhanced lipid replenishment. Bequi fruit oil provides exceptionally high levels of beta-carotene, a lipid-soluble antioxidant that helps protect against environmental stress while supporting a healthy-looking radiance. Dragon fruit contributes beta-cyanins, unique nitrogen-containing pigments with powerful antioxidant activity that help defend against the visible effects of oxidative stress. Pracaxi oil is rich in behenic acid, a long-chain fatty acid that contributes exceptional skin softness and the elegant sensory profile that makes this serum feel distinct from traditional facial oils. Murici fruit oil provides carotenoids and lycopene antioxidant compounds known for supporting skin radiance and a brighter-looking complexion. Top tiger nut oil delivers oleic acid, tocopherols, and phytosterols that help nourish, hydrate, and protect the skin barrier. The Plum and Gardenia Barrier Comfort Cream is the formula I am most proud of in the Sensitive Skin Protocol because it approaches barrier support not as a cosmetic claim, but as a genuine formulation architecture. The distinction matters. Let me show you why. Ceramide NP, cholesterol, and phytosphingosine are skin-identical lipids naturally found in a healthy barrier. By replenishing these structural lipids, the formula supports barrier integrity, moisture retention, and overall skin resilience. This goes beyond moisturization. It helps support the lipid architecture responsible for maintaining healthy-looking skin. Liposomal allantoin enhances ingredient delivery through phospholipid encapsulation, helping support smoother, more comfortable-looking skin. Ectoin is an extremolite originally discovered in microorganisms that survive in extreme environments. It helps bind and organize water molecules around the skin, supporting hydration, barrier function, and protection against environmental stress. Sea buckthorn oil provides omega-3, 6, 7, and 9 fatty acids, along with carotenoids such as beta-carotene and lycopene, making it one of the most nutritionally diverse botanical oils used in skincare. I want to challenge every esthetician in this room to rethink their relationship with oily because the conventional approach to oily and breakout-prone skin, strip it, control it, dry it out, is based on a fundamental misunderstanding of what oily skin actually is, and the Immortelle and algae balancing facial oil serum is the most elegant argument I know for a completely different approach. Immortelle is particularly valuable for breakout-prone skin due to three key compounds. Canary acetate helps improve the appearance of post-blemish discoloration, Italideones supports smoother-looking skin texture, and gamma-curcumine helps reduce the appearance of redness-prone skin. Laminaria digitata provides fucoidan, a sulfated polysaccharide unique to brown algae, along with naturally occurring minerals including iodine, magnesium, and zinc that support skin balance and clarity. Green myrtle contributes myrtonyl acetate, a compound valued for its antimicrobial properties and its role in supporting clearer-looking skin. Black currant seed oil is a rare source of stearidonic acid, an omega-3 precursor that complements its linoleic acid content. Together, they help support lipid balance while reducing the appearance of redness-prone, reactive skin. Pomegranate seed oil contributes ellagic acid, punicic acid, and pomegranate polyphenols, making it a highly multifunctional ingredient for visible skin clarity, balance, and post-blemish support. Geranium oil contains naturally occurring citronellol and geraniol, compounds valued for their antimicrobial properties and their role in supporting clearer-looking, more balanced skin. The Babasu and Andiro Bapore Purifying Cream is where I want estheticians to think about the daily moisturizer differently, because a daily moisturizer for oily and breakout-prone skin is not just hydration, it is the daily maintenance protocol. It is what determines whether the results of the professional treatment persist or fade between appointments. This formula was built to make the professional treatment last. Babasu oil, Amazonian gold, and I use that description deliberately because in Brazil, across the communities that have harvested and used this oil for generations, it is genuinely considered precious. Its lauric acid content penetrates the skin's lipid layer with a speed and compatibility that makes it uniquely effective for oily and congested skin. It absorbs completely, no heaviness, no greasiness, no congestion, and it conditions the skin simultaneously with that absorption. This is the paradox of Babasu, an oil that makes oily skin look and feel better while disappearing completely into it. Andirobas limonoid compounds, Guidonin and andirobin specifically, are titranotropanoids that indigenous Amazonian healers recognized for their skin-supporting properties centuries before cosmetic science had a name for what they were observing. These compounds help visibly address congestion and imbalance at the skin surface with a visible effectiveness that no synthetic clarifying active fully replicates. When you combine Andiroba and Babasu together, two Amazonian botanicals that have coexisted in the same ecosystem for millions of years, you get a visible rebalancing and conditioning synergy that is the botanical heart of this formula. Azelaic acid, naturally produced by Malassezia pyofu, a yeast that lives on healthy human skin. There is something beautiful about using an ingredient that the skin already recognizes as part of its own microbiome chemistry. Amplified, concentrated, targeted for visible pore refinement, visible tyrosinase inhibition, visible post-blemish clarity, with a gentleness that makes it suitable for the most sensitive feeling breakout-prone skin types. Niacinamide supports visible brightening by helping limit melanosome transfer from melanocytes to keratinocytes, the step where discoloration becomes visible at the skin surface. Papain and bromelain provide two enzyme pathways for gentle daily surface renewal, papain through cysteine protease activity and bromelain through serine protease activity. Azelaic acid adds tyrosinase inhibition, working alongside niacinamide's transfer inhibition pathway to support a clearer, more even-looking complexion in breakout-prone skin. Licorice root delivers two complementary brightening pathways. Glabridin helps inhibit tyrosinase activity, while licoritin helps disperse existing visible discoloration. Combined with kojic acid, the formula supports three distinct brightening mechanisms. Babchi contains bakuchiol, a meraterpene phenol known for retinol-like skin-renewing activity. It helps improve the appearance of texture and uneven tone while being better tolerated than traditional retinoids. Willow bark provides naturally occurring salicin, which gradually converts to salicylic acid at the skin surface. This supports visible pore refinement and skin clarity with a gentler delivery profile than direct salicylic acid. This is the moment where everything we have discussed comes together into a single unified treatment experience. 7 steps, 60 to 75 minutes. And I want you to understand this protocol not as a sequence of product applications, but as a carefully engineered, visible transformation arc. Step 1, the Copaiba and Blue Tansy cleanser is not preparation, it is the first treatment step. The ceramide complex is actively supporting barrier architecture from the moment the treatment begins. Blue Tansy's chimazolin is visibly calming reactive skin before any corrective active has been applied. Steps 2 and 3 build on each other in a specific and irreplaceable sequence. The enzymatic and physical surface renewal of the Andiroba and Tamanu mask creates the optimal canvas for the Spongilla spiculate technology of the cardamom and jasmine mask. One step makes the next step more powerful. You cannot reverse them. Step 4, the golden champaka mask over the spicule mask under red LED light is 15 minutes of layered, simultaneous visible performance that creates the most complex treatment window in this entire protocol. And the aromatic experience during those 15 minutes, champaka, frankincense, atlas cedar, cardamom is engaged in the client's nervous system in a way that amplifies the visible result by reducing the stress response that directly compromises skin quality. And then the finishing steps, the toner, the serum, the moisturizer are not afterthoughts. They are the transition from professional treatment to daily maintenance. They are how the visible results of the professional protocol persist and build between appointments. Every product chosen, every step connected. This is a protocol, not a menu. I'll leave you with one final thought. Reactive, compromised skin doesn't need less. It needs better ingredients, better formulation, and better delivery. That's the philosophy behind the Botanical Veil Collection. Advanced botanical actives selected for hydration, barrier support, antioxidant protection, and visible calming, combined into formulas designed specifically for sensitive and challenged skin. If you're new to DEHAZ, we'd be honored to partner with you. Simply email us a copy of your professional license to get started.